Hey, High Vibe Tribe. This is Brenda Merritt Mata. Grateful Tony Robbins student. Oh my gosh, I have such an amazing transformational story to share with the superhero stance. And an addition that I learned from one of his very high up students, super incantations with superhero stance. So I was synchronistically connected to this person that literally wanted to kill himself, and he was in South Africa, lives in a tin-roofed little hut, and I am in Everett, Washington, and it was just amazing, like complete miracle that we connected, how we connected, and I was led to his energy. Just, you know how it goes, when we need to be of service, we're called and we go, and it happens, and it's amazing, and it's still amazing me. Anyway, so what happened is I was trying to get him to do a 3-minute heart math meditation at Heart that I do with Heart Math Institute work, and that didn't work. He just was like so incoherent, and his intention that he set is that he wanted to die. And you got to understand, I have 3 different credentials that by law, even globally, I'm required by law to keep the person on the phone and call their police and figure out where they live, even if I have to lie and get the police over there. I'm not allowed to move forward, but I just, like, all of me knew I could help him because of the way we connected. And it just was a God shot. It really, truly was. And, so I tried so many different tools to get him into himself, and I was able to help him realize that no, he didn't in fact want to kill himself. He just hated his life and the way he was living. You know how we get sometimes when we hate the life we have. And when I was able to help him break through that, I was so relieved, because if I couldn't help him break through that, I was going to have to call somebody. But it worked, and I tried so many different Dr. Joe techniques and Belinda Bloom techniques, who's a student of Tony's, and it just occurred to me how much my energy changed the first time I did the superhero stance. And Belinda Bloom taught me her NLP addition to affirmations called super incantations, and how to get your brain to not argue with your new belief. And it was like literally, I don't know, a prayer answered, magic, whatever you want to call it, it happened. So it was like, ooh, I bet this will work. I bet this will work. And you know what? You know how the miraculous happens when you provide miraculous. So he went from not even being able to hold up his shoulders to I finally got him to be able to hold up his shoulders. Then I got him to finally be able to look forward with, confidence, the way we do. And I swear I didn't time it, but I think it was about 3 minutes, maybe 3.5, not 4. It just felt around that, because he said 2 minutes minimum. And I explained to him the science first, because Dr. Joe says that he does research with his students, and if you know the science and why you're doing it and what you're doing, and then you know the how, and then you do the how, it's 78% success versus 40 if you don't know. So I made sure that I got it through to him, and oh man, it was a challenge, but I did. And I thank God I'm a crisis intervention specialist, and so anyway, I watched. I wish I could have filmed it. I kept watching his stance get taller and taller, and finally he was all the way in, right? And I thought, oh my God, okay, so then I was very careful about helping him create his super incantation, because his first intention was that he wanted to die, right? So I tried to help him raise his energy quick enough, but thorough enough to where once he got into wanting to do a super incantation, it wouldn't be anything about death. And a super incantation is where you do an affirmation, but then you say because. and then you say a very powerful why. Because what happens is your brain is a problem solver, and if you just give it an affirmation, Belinda says, then your brain goes back in your memory and finds reasons why you're not that way. So NLP says if you just say because and give a very powerful, obvious reason, your brain doesn't know if it's the truth or not. It just reacts to thoughts. That's why there's such powerful belief stuck in thoughts in the past. It doesn't know if it's real or not in the present. So when you give it a really powerful why and because, it doesn't go back to your memories. It doesn't try to problem solve and prove your affirmation wrong. It says, oh, and just goes along its merry way, right? So his super incantation was, I am healthy because I manifest myself, was the first one. Get this. We kept doing it. It was 6:30 in the morning here, you guys, and I live in a condo, and I was screaming it with them. And you got to follow this story because this was so cool. So finally, he said, we kept screaming it, right? And raising our state. And all of a sudden he said, I am healthy because I manifested myself. And I pointed it out to him. I said, do you realize you just went from manifest to manifested? And he was shocked. He's like, I did. And he felt it. I saw him feel it. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, he's like, I am healthy because I manifested myself. And he's belly laughing and tears of gratitude. He cried tears of gratitude. I don't even know how many times. And he calls me mother now. And he's right around the age of my son that's passed away from being over-medicated from psych drugs for decades. And the beauty of it for me was the gift I got was that, obviously, but also my hips healed. And I was like, this is a great reminder. I need to do this dance with the super incantation every flippin' day. So thanks for listening, and try it. Bye.